What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com, Venture Sports Consulting. Man, it's good to be back. Well, I shouldn't say back. I haven't really left. Just kind of quit doing videos there for a little while. So what I'm going to try to do here, let's touch on the fact that baseball is back, guys. There is not another human being on this planet that is more excited than I am. Anybody that's followed me for any length of time knows that there is no one out there that is more immersed in the sport, follows the sport like I do, is just generally obsessed with everything baseball. So I'm excited. I wish it were under better circumstances that it's coming back with not so many unknown variables, I guess you could say, but it's back, and that's all that matters. So we're going to touch on that. We're going to talk about opening day. We're going to talk about my thoughts on a few things, and we're going to try to do, because I don't want this video to be overly long, but I haven't, really been doing videos, so I want to cover as much ground as we can. So we'll do kind of a generalized recap of what's been going on within the business from, behind the scenes stuff that, I haven't put on video since the shutdown, since you've only seen me a couple of times video wise, and let you know what we've got coming up in the weeks ahead as we get back to videos as normal. So March 12th. Oh, and I guess you could say hit the like button if you want to. Really, I don't care if you hit the like button or not, or the dislike button. I have someone that's just so obsessed with me in this industry. They, watch every move that I make. I think they lose sleep over everything that I do. They have 40 different YouTube accounts just so they can sign in under a different name and comment, something derogatory, and hit the thumbs down button. You can go and look at all of my past videos, and see the like to dislike ratio, and then just in the ones that I've done since this shutdown, how it changed. When little do I think they realize that analytically, it doesn't matter whether you hit like, thumbs up or thumbs down. It's just a total number of clicks that show engagement within the video. So I could get one thumbs up and 500 thumbs down, and it's the same as 500 thumbs up and one thumbs down. It all benefits the channel because it shows engagement. So if you want to hit thumbs down, by all means. I won't lose any sleep over it, I can assure you. But for the information that we've always given out on this channel, all of the free plays, the free breakdowns, the free reasoning why, go back, watch the past couple of years of videos. When I break down a game, I give you specifics, unlike any other capper in this industry does. You'll see other people do it. They'll want to, shoot all their fake weapons, and they might rap to you. They might dress up for you. They might do a lot of things. But getting into sports without looking at a Google or Yahoo article and literally reading it verbatim and just sounding as unknowledgeable as they are, they don't break it down. I've never had a script for these videos. I've never had a script for anything that I'm going to do. If I'm going to give you a free play, of course I know what play it's going to be when I do one of these videos. If I go live, typically I don't. I kind of let the viewers decide. What game do you want to talk about? And I'll give an in-depth breakdown. And 9 times out of 10, I'm right about it. To a T. It's almost eerie. That's how I've gained the following that I have. So, in that regard, definitely subscribe. That way you can get, the videos as I put them out. If you want to know when I do one, because I don't have a set time that I release videos, I don't have a set day that I go live, or sometimes even a set time. It's when I can do it. Because again, my first and foremost is getting up, studying the games that are on deck for that day in whatever sport we're doing, and making sure that I provide profit, not only for myself, but for all of my clients. That comes first. And if it doesn't allow me time to do a video or a live show, so be it. Oh well. But if I've got the time, I put it out. So definitely subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you go back and look, we've done a ton of giveaways over the years, and a lot of times it'll be where I'll ask a question, or you'll do something and you put it in the comments, and you can win a free week, a free month, a free game of the week, something. There's always something valuable that you can win for free. But I have noticed in going back and looking at this stuff that there have been a lot of people that have participated in a contest that we have done that are not subscribed. And it's not they don't want to subscribe, they don't subscribe to anything. Because if you're on YouTube all the time, the stuff that you watch is what comes up. But they might miss out on something because they're not subscribed. So from here going forward, any contest that we have, and we're going to have one next week, and we're going to give away a month pass, a free 30 days for everything that I put out. It will be only for people that are subscribed. If you're not subscribed and you do participate, because I can't prevent you from doing so, you will not have a chance to win. So make sure you hit the subscribe and then hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on something. So March the 12th, the sports world kind of came to a halt. Obviously, I did a video. I told people on Twitter that even though in October of last year, and it's on video multiple times, that I had made an agreement with someone that had been involved in horse racing for a lot of years, 25 years to be exact. And I'm not talking about he was a jockey or anything like that. He was involved in the betting side of it. Finally came to an agreement where he was going to come work for me and my company, just like Patrick does for NASCAR. And we were going to bring on a very heavily requested sport in horses. Something I had been investing in his plays, making a ton of money on them for years. But I didn't know, again, I'm not the expert. So I have to vet the process to make sure that it's right with my own money. And then convince them, to take it public through my platform. We also did something with golf. Golf has not been solidified yet because we just didn't get all the things in line because I wasn't able to take the trip to Vegas on the 24th of March because at that time you couldn't fly. So, but horses worked out. Everybody knew since October, live shows, videos, everything we've been talked about, that in April of 2020, back before anybody knew anything about a pandemic, horses were coming. Well, so ours is a little bit different than people just a few weeks ago who've never mentioned horse racing before all of a sudden being an expert. And I can promise you, when American sports are back to full swing, you'll never see horses from those people again. They're just trying to get money out of you. Horse racing was released in April here, as promised, and it will not be going anywhere, ever. It'll be here 2020, 2021, and years to come. It is here to stay, and it is making us a ton of money. So just to give you an idea, so we have been running business as normal. Horse racing has been our primary sport since the shutdown. Obviously, international baseball in Korea, as well as Taiwan, and then here recently, Japan started. The Japanese professional league started up, but the KBO has been our main focus. And what's so beautiful is, if you go back and watch videos for the last couple of years, I've been trying to get people interested in international baseball. I love watching baseball in Puerto Rico, in Cuba, in the Dominican Republic, in Venezuela. And then as far as, I love Japanese baseball, and I've always loved Korean baseball. And I've always followed it very heavy, but I can't get people interested in it. And again, it's understandable. You have Major League Baseball, you don't follow international stuff, I get it. But this was the perfect opportunity to get people involved with it because it's all they had. You want baseball, you're going to be watching it being played in another country. So now I've got people obsessed with the KBO, with, the CPBL. I mean, everything, all of these international leagues are now getting to be a permanent part of ChaseWins.com. But most importantly, the MLB is back. So the KBO and horse racing has been our main focus, and really our only focus since the shutdown. To kind of give you a narrative of where we're at, horse racing has been just insane amounts of profit. And we're not talking about what these so-called experts are doing, now giving you minus 140 horses. We're taking plus monies. I mean, we every once in a while, maybe 1 to 2 races a week where you have something, we might lay $1.10, $1.20, but it's rare. In almost every circumstance, our average horseplay is plus 250 and up. So to give you some context there, we've released 91 top plays since March the 12th. And none of that has been in American sports, other than horse racing, obviously. I mean, but our typical sports have all been shut down. So every single top play released has either been in horse racing or Korean baseball. And in Korean baseball, there hasn't been a ton. Most of them have been premium. Out of this 91 plays, 64 of them have been in horses. Or excuse me, 74 of them have been in horses. So to put that in context for you, we have been rolling, even though you haven't seen me on video. Our top play record since then, because within horse racing, because there is so much out there, we've had days where we can have 2, 3, even 4 top plays in a day. And, then you might have 3 days where you don't have one. We are 75-16 in top play since March the 12th. Do the math on that, guys. There's no one out there doing that type of stuff. So the KBO, we haven't had a single losing week. We've had some losing days. I could count them all on one hand, though. A couple of weeks ago, we were on a 10-0 run. We finished out that particular week 13-3, and then we come into this past week where we went 6-1 for the week. And then going into Thursday, will actually be our first plays this week in the KBO, and I've got 3 selections, all premium. Start at 5:30 a.m. on Thursday, which I'm not sure what time Thursday this will be up. It's 11:30 right now, Wednesday night. So we've got that. Horse racing is still going to be going on. The KBO is still going to be going on, but Major League Baseball is back. So I guess what we're going to talk about in this video is, for all of my clients out there, don't necessarily expect plays from me on Friday, even though there's a full slate of games. This whole season is going to be different. A player is not going to go into this season with a normal mindset. Doesn't matter how bad they want to win, how focused or not focused they are. This pandemic, whether they're scared or not, the entire mindset of every player, manager, team owner, everything is different this year. And don't go out there and assume because a team is good or bad, or because they should win this or should win that they're going to. Guys, don't be surprised when your favorite player is sitting out because he ends up testing positive for this ridiculous virus. Don't be surprised when half your team gets wiped out for a couple of weeks. Don't be surprised when a top player tests positive and decides not to come back. It's going to happen. You're going to get to see, especially because minor league baseball is not being played this year, a lot of double and triple A prospects get their shot this year just to see. We're going to cut them loose, or are we going to bring them back to spring training in 2021, which I think is great. I think out of all of the downside to all of this, that's amazing. Now, here's the thing. I said back in December, while I was at the winter meetings in San Diego, the Dodgers were the best team in baseball. Period. I said the Houston Astros were the best team in 2019. I stand by that. Did they get beat by the Nationals? Yes, they did. But had it not been for one botched play in the wild card game between the Nationals and the Brewers, the Nationals wouldn't have even won that game. So it was the perfect storm for them. The Dodgers are the best team in baseball, period. The Yankees are not. They weren't. I don't even think they're top 3. That's just me. But go back every year that I've done this publicly, and I've been right about just about everything I've said. I've predicted every division champion, at the very beginning of the season. Before the season even starts, I'll tell you what teams are going to be doing good, what teams are going to fall off, over-unders, everything. I know this stuff. But here's the thing. Don't make future bets this year. You talk about there being 60 games, and you have a team like the Dodgers that, because again, there's going to be no rest for these guys. I mean, none. They're basically, most of these teams are going to be playing 60 games in under 70 days. They've got their work cut out for them. There is no room for error here. When you have 162 regular season games, there's room for error. Plenty of it. There's not here. You have to be walking into game 1 thinking about the postseason because it's right there. It's 2 months away. The Dodgers are already in talks with Mookie Betts about signing a long-term deal. Now, If this were any other year and everything was normal, I would say that's not a good idea. The Dodgers are not in a position to pay him what he's worth. And here's the thing, any big market team in baseball, your Dodgers, your Yankees, your Cubs, all that stuff, they don't need prospects, nor do they usually have a great farm system because they can buy who they need. That's why Oakland, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, your small market teams have such a powerhouse farm system and they breed talented prospects. They bring them up to the level, they get them to a certain, and they sell them off to other teams. That's how they survive. That's why they're not contending for a World Series most year. The Dodgers are already aware that their, attempt at getting Mookie Betts and paying a lot of money for him for one season just to be that one added piece to try to go win a World Series was not a bad move. They had the money to do it. They got David Price. They don't need David Price. They need David Price in the postseason because Clayton just doesn't have it. Clayton's one of the best pitchers in the game, and he has been since he walked onto a major league field, and he will be until he walks off. Postseason wise, Clayton is below average, well below it. David Price, he's kind of the mediocre guy in the season during the season, and then postseason, if he gets in a rhythm, he's the best pitcher any team could ever have. Smart move there. Mookie was just one more piece to the puzzle. They don't need to go spend that much money on Mookie because the Dodgers, unlike most big market teams, actually have a very impressive farm system, especially in Oklahoma City, and they breed prospects out of there, unlike any other big market team in baseball. But they already know that the possibility of top talent having to sit out because of the pandemic, one slip up could cost them something here because there is no room for error. That it would have been a waste of essentially $40 million to get Mookie and have him run right back to Boston. So they want to lock him down. And I think Mookie will do it too, because I think that he knows that he's on the verge of another ring with a team like that, and he's not with Boston at this time. So they're already in talks with him. There's not really any information as to where he's leaning. From what I hear, because I've known people around Mookie ever since he started, in Greenville, South Carolina, single A ball with the Greenville Drive, a team that I'm very close with. The general manager and the team owner there, somebody that's been on my podcast multiple times. Mookie is an alumni there. So I remember when he was nobody, getting to, talk to him at minor league games. Sources that are close to him say that he doesn't want to walk in and not have a fair shot at winning a ring in LA, because that's why he went in the first place. Else he probably would have stayed on the East Coast, I truly believe. But anyway, I made my announcements of who I like this year going into it. I said, my sleepers were the Reds, the Mets, the Angels. A lot of that's on my Outfielders Anonymous podcast, which kicks back off next week. But a lot of things are going to be different, guys. It doesn't matter what the true numbers say. Nothing is what it seems this season, and it won't be. So there's going to be some difficulty. So I would lay off of the futures for this year in baseball, and I'm not going to be like every other capper that's going to be shoving plays down people's throat on Friday, saying, "Hey, we've got all this," when they haven't watched a single major league game this year that means anything, and they probably won't watch it Friday. They don't know how any of this stuff's going to go down. I don't force plays. I get information. I watch it, and I'm prepared. So may very well not release a play on Friday. For all I know, I might have 3. But for the people that want to charge you $50, $100 to tell you that Justin Verlander and the Houston Astros are probably going to win their opening day game, don't pay money for stuff like that, guys. What I am excited for the Thursday night matchups, even though it's not official opening day, but there's 2 really good matchups. The Yankees-Nationals game, I'm excited for. I truly think that's the most evenly matched interleague matchup you could have. I do think that when you pull all the numbers together, pitching, relief pitching, closing, and then your full offense and the transitions that you can make, they're about deadlocked even. For reasons that most people probably wouldn't understand, I think that the Nationals are a slightly better team. I don't think that they have a shot at winning the World Series again this year. But I mean, I shouldn't say that. Anybody has a shot this year. Truth be told, anybody has a shot at it this year. Um, but the Yankees are not the best team in baseball, period. But I think that that's about the best matchup you could have for like a marquee opening day type thing. I don't really have a free play. I would, to be honest with you, if I had my feet to the fire, I'd like to take the Nationals as a dog with Scherzer on the hill. But I don't think Scherzer should have gotten the ball on opening day. I think Strasburg should have. I don't think Garrett Cole is the pitcher everybody makes him out to be. I've been saying that for 2 years. I said that till I was blue in the face this offseason. So, and I like Garrett Cole. I just don't think Garrett Cole is a Yankees pitcher. I don't. I don't think that he's going to fit in the way he thinks that he's going to. I really, really don't. So, the Dodgers game against San Francisco tomorrow, I really like. I think Kershaw's going to come out firing on all cylinders there. Let's see what the line is on that one. If you can get it low enough on a run line, it might be worth it. What's that? Yeah. 135, 140. I'm seeing it in one spot. You want to throw some fun money on that, you can. Otherwise, I'd stay away from those 2 games, truth be told. Feet to the fire, I'd take the Dodgers tomorrow with Kershaw on the hill. Make sure you mark that. Friday is going to be our anticipated release date of our first MLB games. But again, we don't know. It could be Saturday, it could be Sunday, it could be Monday. We really just have to see how everything starts. We're going to have a full slate of horse racing this weekend, full slate of KBO, hopefully a full slate of MLB. We will have NASCAR this week. Everything is finally coming back. So videos are going to start back, contests, giveaways, live shows. Outfielders Anonymous is kicking back off. And thank you all for the support. Myself and my co-founder, Jerry Valdez, have finally gotten our foundation, the We Are Sports Foundation, that benefits youth sports in underserved and underprivileged communities, focusing on minorities and women in sports, has finally launched. Our website will be up in the next few days. That is wearesports.org. Our Instagram's up. We are at We Are Sports Foundation. Twitter will be up tomorrow. We finally gotten our affiliation stuff done with 2 major leaguers, so that you'll see the videos of them endorsing us and everything. So it's been a wild ride. It's been a long journey to get to this point, but we are going to change a lot of lives with this. We got to sponsor our first youth athlete the other day. His name's Anthony. He's from a small, very, very poor town in Arizona. Got him, sponsored him into a club league. Very talented third baseman, and finally got him, to kind of fulfill a dream of his, to be able to play some very competitive and very sought after club ball. Very competitive stuff. A lot of college prospect opportunity there for him. So we cannot wait to share that with the world. If you have any questions about donating to the foundation or merchandise or any of the fundraisers that we're going to be doing with some of the athletes that you're going to see, don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll give you information. And if you live somewhere where you know that there is an organization or a need for funding and opportunity in the world of youth sports, in your area, in your city, in your community, please reach out, chase@chasewins.com, and myself or my co-founder will get back with you. We want to look into it. We want to help everybody. So please send us the information, because if you don't, we don't know about it. So again, sorry for the long video, guys. I don't really have a true dedicated free play. I'm going to do another video tomorrow. Wait, I'll tell you what, before I lie to you, let me just see if Rich has sent me anything horse-related for tomorrow. And if he has, I'll give that to you now. If not, I'll be doing another video if I have the time. If not, follow me on Twitter @PicksChase, and I will make sure that I put up a free play there tomorrow. And then also a lot of contests, extra free plays, and just stuff that you're going to want to be involved in. If you want to make sure you don't miss out on that, I'm going to keep it exclusive for members of my email list. So you do not have to buy a package. You do not have to buy anything, but go to chasewins.com. It will make you select a package, but that's only so you can sign up for an email account. Put your email address in, your name and everything, and then when you go to the next screen where you would enter, payment information, credit card stuff, just close the website. Close it. You don't have to enter anything because you're not buying anything. But at that point, you'll be on my email list. So any private free plays that I put out, private information, contests that I run strictly for people on that list, which happens a lot more than it does via YouTube, you'll be on it. So make sure you go do that. Gulfstream Park tomorrow. Race number 6, horse number 3, Mystical Moon. As of right now, William Hill Vegas. Projected number on that is plus 235. That could go up, that could go down. Again, that's tomorrow. Lock that in as a play. You can actually double that. You can actually do a win, play, show across the board wager on that if you want to do another show wager. Race number 10 at Gulfstream, horse number 8. Do that as a show wager at plus 400. That number shot up. That opened up at 185. So there is a lot of people going against that one, and he's got that one. So horse number 3, Mystical Moon in race 6, lock that one in. And like I said, we'll be putting more stuff up on Twitter. And then if any information comes out that gives a volatile position, some sort of validity within either two of those games and opening day tomorrow, outside of what I just gave you as kind of a free lean on the Dodgers, I will put it on Twitter as well. But I will be doing another video tomorrow with an official free play in Major League Baseball for Friday. I'm so happy to be back, guys. Like I said, it's been business as normal, but I've missed interacting with you guys, videos, live shows, and stuff. It's been nice to have a little bit of a break from that. But we've just been busting our ass, making sure that money's still being made every day, that the foundation's up and running, that everything's being taken care of so that we can roll sports back out and pick up right where we left off. And I'm excited. So I'm excited to get back to the day-to-day grind of doing videos and interacting with everybody in that public eye. So it's been a little while. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Again, sorry for the long-ass video, but wanted to cover a bunch of ground. And I will see you back at the latest for a Friday free play. But make sure you follow me on Twitter at PicksChase. That way you don't miss out on any information that I will put out there on Thursday, because there will be multiple free plays put on Twitter. And then make sure you sign up for the email list at chasewins.com. And then you will then get things that only people on that list, and clients obviously, get access to. So make sure you do that. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, chase@chasewins.com. And guys, stay positive. I spent 2 years preaching nothing but positivity on this channel. And I steered away from that for a little while because there were just people out there that were just negative. They were out to just, bring other people down. I guess that's what their purpose is in life, because they're just sad individuals. We're going to get back to positivity. That's all we're going to preach on this channel. That's all we're going to accept. And if somebody wants to be negative and say something, that's fine. It shows more about them than it does me. And we'll see who will prevail. The MLB King is back. He's here to stay. He's not going anywhere. A lot of people want to say that they are the new king. Well, to be the new king, you got to take the crown, and I welcome all challengers. Good luck, everybody. Welcome to opening day 2020. Stay safe out there, and I will see you back tomorrow. I love you guys. See ya.